After a couple of weeks, I decided to create a new video, and the reason of the inactivity has nothing to do with Kaspa price. Like literally, I have told you also in my last videos that I'm expecting huge consolidation phase in the market, not only in Kaspa. And of course, these huge consolidation phases incorporate FUD as well. And now the question is, how long this consolidation phase will last? Guys, until we're gonna have the rate cuts, I don't see prices to move into a new all-time high, except if we're gonna have something unexpected in the markets. That's why I'm always telling you we should pay attention in the FOMC meetings until the rate cuts will happen. After that, we're about to have a similar print of money that happened on the COVID years, and that's how we're gonna move into crazy levels from the Bitcoin side. And of course, afterwards, I'm expecting also the dominance to drop and to get us into this altcoin season that everyone is expecting. Anyway, the reason of the inactivity, to be honest with you, is that this post, I recommend you to go in my profile to check it. I explain here why I'm inactive, like literally, as you know, I'm not doing this content to live on. I don't give a shit. I was doing it because I'm enjoying it in reality. I say my opinion as everyone else has an opinion and say it on X. Like it's not only me as a guy that speaks for Kaspa. Even some of you that you watch my video right now, you speak for Kaspa on your X. That's how I was doing. And because I was one of the first few people that I spoke on YouTube and also on X, over time I gained popularity. Before that, I was speaking for Bitcoin. Okay, I was doing that kind of content creation. But after that, I found Kaspa. I decided to turn up on Kaspa because I fell in love with its fundamentals. Anyway, the reason of the inactivity to end up with that and move into the news and what's going on and what I'm expecting, guys, is very simply because I opened the social media, either it's X or YouTube, and I see so much negativity and cries around everywhere. Like people are crying, throwing responsibilities. That's it. Top is in, bear market, back to slavery mode. Like I watch all of that stuff non-stop every single day. Low IQ people fight with each other. General, yeah, I see misery. And for me as a person, I'm not like, if Bitcoin gonna go to zero and I'm gonna lose like the majority of my wealth, I'm not gonna cry around. I'm not gonna spread misery to everyone, because before I invest my money, I took seriously what can happen and what it cannot happen. I took also the bad scenario on the way. So I invested on the space, whatever I can afford to lose. I invested on the space responsibly. And this is how you should act as well, whoever you watch this video. Like literally, I'm not gonna throw responsibility to anyone. Even if Kaspa gonna go to zero, even Bitcoin gonna go to zero, next day I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna fight for my life. Life is a journey. And as I have 2 hands, 2 legs, and my health, I'm God blessed to make it again. I'm not gonna cry like a loser full of estrogen. And I see lots of people like that. Lots of people like full of estrogen, bro. Like, and they expect for me to do a content either from a babysitting perspective or either to speak shit down in the comments and say, oh, you say that and look now we drop and all of that shit. You know, I'm here to vibe. And also I realize that some of the people don't pay attention fully of what I say. For example, I have never said that Kaspa cannot drop to 5 cents, 100%. I said, especially when we were standing at 18-cent zone, 5 cents is looking very hard to happen, almost impossible, And I was always like, if you were asking me percentages, because everything has to do with probabilities on this space, I was giving very low probabilities to happen, because we were, with the news that we had in our hands at that point, everything was looking different. And you need to understand that the markets are moving through fundamentals, and fundamentals can change literally very fast. So until we're going to get the final peak with the money print and with the new injection of the money, it can literally happen anything. We have now news, we move according to the news, but this news can turn bearish or bullish, and the structure can change completely. Once we get the confirmation, then maybe we change the probabilities of something to happen or not to happen. So now as the structure changed and we get that low, yeah, 5 cents now is looking more probable than once we went at 18 cents. And for the people who say, oh, the X guy predicted it, I'm gonna accept that if he predicted through fundamentals that everything will drop before the FOMC meeting. If he was actually longing other altcoins at that point and actually was speaking bad for Kaspa, I'm not accepting it. He was gambling for Kaspa, and for some reason he was spreading hate, probably to get views or to fish desperate sheep into his memberships or into his courses, programs, whatever. But that's the reality, because whatever you would bought from November and after, everything is down the same percentage as Kaspa. Some other projects even more, some other projects a little bit less, but all around almost in the same percentage of Kaspa, almost. So speaking bad for Kaspa, negative only for Kaspa, and saying before 5 months that Kaspa will go back to 5 cents, it was a gamble. Okay, because all the projects dropped the same. Very, very simply. Anyway, guys, let's speak for now. And now that we got the confirmation, I can say that, of course, I say that we are on this zone and Bitcoin is at $81,000 and we got ahead of us the FOMC meeting, that we won't have probably the rate cuts this FOMC meeting on March. Yeah, I can tell you now, maybe we can get another leg down. Maybe, okay? Because we are already in a big oversold position. You see that yesterday that we got the lowest point of Kaspa at 5.5 cents, very close to 5 cents area. That is actually a resistance point from back in the days. We got into these 25 RSI points, like you see, crazy oversold position. And I have to tell you that my first purchase on Kaspa happened on this zone. You see here, not on this one. Let me actually zoom in. Not on this drop, but in the next retest of the 200 daily moving average, I took position because we were going to break this downtrend movement. So almost my first purchase happened on this huge oversold position. As you see here, 24.61 RSI. And right now we are again, after 2 years, we are again on this oversold position. So due to the fundamentals and not to the technicals, due to the reason that I see that the rate cut will happen on May, and from there we're going to start building a very bullish momentum, there is a probability to get from the Bitcoin price after the FOMC meeting to another leg down. I don't know how low it can be. We have a very strong support, the $73,000. But I have one concern here, that after the FOMC meeting, if everyone will turn bearish, I see that there is a probability for a manipulation from the market makers. Like if everyone believes that we're going to go lower, we won't go lower. Like reverse psychology. This is the strategy that market makers use. If everyone will start opening short positions, we will never go lower. They will manipulate it. For the XYZ reason, you're going to see unexpected pump to the upside. I don't say to a new all-time high, but you know, maybe that the day that everyone will be convinced that we're going to go lower, maybe you will see a pump to $85,000 or something like that, you know, whatsoever. Of course, that's a speculation. It can happen eventually at the lower price. From a market structure, it shows that now we got a confirmation that we're going to go lower because we broke the 200 daily moving average. From the altcoin side, we have broke it a long time ago. Kaspa from here, it seems that it has some follow wedge pattern, bullish pattern. But of course, to move up and get back to 20 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents, we will need to see Bitcoin first to move up and to have also good fundamental news and a signal that we're going to have new liquidity injection into the market. So until then, consolidation. And if you ask me what I believe that the pivot of the market, like the reversal of the market, I mean, will happen a little bit before the next FOMC meeting, not this one, where if we're going to have a bullish news that we're going to have rate cuts, and the big whales will know that Jeremy Powell will press the button and they're going to actually print money, like if the insiders and the big whales know that the Fed will lower the rates on May, I believe we're going to begin building a bullish structure before they're going to lower the rates. So I believe probably at the end of April, maybe we can move up if we're going to have the rate cuts on May. Now I would like to speak about the recent situation of Kaspa. Let me first close this kind of topic. So that's why I was inactive. I haven't sold. I'm not uncomfortable to speak for the prices. I just don't like to see misery people around. I cannot create content for the losers, Recently, after this post and the last couple of days precisely, I got lots of messages on DM, on YouTube, and also here on post that in reality, you deserve a video. Lots of love around the comments, and I decided to give it a go. And I dedicate this video to the legends, the like-minded ones, the people with good manners, the people who actually are responsible investors. They don't cry around, they take the risk, because no risk, no Ferrari, and our man with no estrogen. Anyway, now for Kaspa. Today, guys, we had some small rally to the upside, like after the bloodbath of yesterday that we went to 5.5 cents. You see, we went up to even 7.6 cents, and the reason of that is that CoinMarketCap, that as you know, owned by Binance, listed Kaspa on the top made in America. Like, maybe Binance knows something that we don't. Maybe. And that was a very bullish news that made Kaspa to pump. There are investors that invest on top-made coins in America because Trump in previous statements said that he's about to take care, in some terms, the coins that created in America. In reality, Kaspa hasn't created in America, doesn't have office, doesn't have country behind. It's decentralized, stateless money, but it is what it is. It's good, it's bullish. It has some exposure here, even if it's not in reality made in America. It's good for the adoption of it. Anyway, we close also this one. Of course, guys, don't expect something crazy from here for Kaspa price because of these news, like to go and move above crazy levels. We will need to have like the breakout of this 200 daily moving average, that is approximately the 13.3 cents. We need to break that to confirm here a bullish momentum. And of course, this bullish momentum will come with the bullish momentum of Bitcoin. Also Bitcoin will need to break this downtrend movement. And as I told you, I'm expecting this pivot, this reversal to happen a little bit before the FOMC meeting, that we're going to cut the rates in May. So we will see. Of course, this is a speculation as well. We don't know precisely from here if we're going to take the rate cuts on May, but I believe we're going to take it. I believe we're going to take it due to the reason that Trump is pushing now the Fed to cut the rates. So if not this FOMC meeting, the next one, or max the next one. That's why I'm expecting Q3, Q4 to have this altcoin season. And also at that point, US will begin to buy Bitcoin as well. That is the second biggest catalyst after the money print. The time that the US will begin buy Bitcoin, it's going to be like the event of the time that US institutions were buying Bitcoin, for the first time. So we continue with Kaspa because we have Another sign of OKX for listing. Here it says a new alternative loading and says 90%. And in coincidence, again, we had actually recently Kaspa that we have already mined 90%. You see here the circulation supply, like 90% is out, guys, from the maximum supply. So that's a coincidence, another coincidence of the OKX. So it's coming. It's coming because don't forget, we got also the Coinbase that listed Kaspa on futures. And guys, for me, it's obvious that Kaspa will be listed everywhere due to the reason that, as you know, it's the best fundamental layer 1 out there. And in reality, exchanges want the best fundamental projects. Sooner or later, we'll list it. Okay, it has adoption, it has demand. So exchanges now are losing that don't list Kaspa. Until the end of the cycle, I believe it will be listed everywhere. And also we close that. And lastly, I would like to speak, guys, for the 10 blocks per second that are coming very, very soon. As you see here, testnet 10 has fully and successfully transitioned to 10 blocks per second. And the Crescendo roadmap here is launched and stabilized, completed, identified bottlenecks, completed, enhanced user experience, completed, additional features, completed, testnet 10 activation completed, and we got actually feature freeze 95% March 20th. That is going to happen. Main hard fork version end of March, and mainnet activation end of April, beginning of May. Sweet spot. Okay, keep that in mind. Sweet spot, 10 blocks per second on mainnet. End of April, beginning of May. And if you combine that with when I believe we will begin to reverse, if we're going to get the rate cuts on May, it's a sweet spot, as you understand. The 10 blocks per second will come on a sweet spot. And especially, guys, for those who haven't understood, the reason that we haven't actually the bull run top and the altcoin season top in Q1, Q2, it's bullish. Kaspa will be more complete project in Q3 and Q4. So to see Kaspa peak at Q3, Q4, it's way better than to have now in Q1 or in Q2 the top of the market. So the delay of the bull run, it's going to affect us more for projects like Kaspa, for projects like Tau that are under development, and they will give into the public a better ecosystem at that point, because big players easily will move easily and will invest even more easily bigger amounts in such a point instead of now. That's what I would like to tell you. I tried to incorporate whatever I would like to say to you. I'm still bullish. If we're gonna get back to 5 cents on Kaspa, I'm willing to buy my 5th bag. Last time that actually I purchased Kaspa was back in 2023 at 4.1 cents. So we're gonna get back to 5 cent zone or a little bit below that, 4.8 or something like that. I'm thinking very seriously to blast another big bag. I'm accumulating cash right now just in the case the last leg down will happen. If it's not gonna happen, I don't care. I have bought very, very low prices on Kaspa. So this is what I would like to tell you. Don't forget here to check the Tadzim wallet if you want to store Kaspa, and also if you go through my links here, Mex and Bybit, you're gonna have some bonuses. So check these two. I'm not gonna discuss these further because the video is already too long. So thank you very much, guys, for your support and your love. I will see you guys in the next video. Until the next video, much love, take care, and see you around, guys. Chris out. Bye.